Some things in Japan don't just work better. They're designed to make you stop and think about why the rest of the world settled for less. Capsule hotels, stacked like human filing cabinets that somehow feel futuristic instead of claustrophobic. Entire floors of department stores dedicated to food samples so realistic you'll try to bite plastic fruit. And train conductors who bow to empty cabins as a sign of respect, even when nobody's watching. These aren't just quirky Japan moments. They're systems and experiences built around attention to detail that borders on obsessive. Today, we're counting down 12 viral things in Japan that need to exist everywhere. Stay until the end because number 12, the silent disco cleaning crews that transform Tokyo streets overnight, is the kind of coordinated efficiency that feels like watching a secret operation unfold. Number 1. Capsule hotels with high-tech pods. Japan pioneered capsule hotels, where you sleep in a pod barely bigger than a coffin, but they've evolved into sleek, high-tech sleeping experiences that are oddly comfortable and surprisingly private. Modern capsule hotels aren't the cramped tubes from the 1970s. They're designed with padded interiors, reading lights, USB ports, personal TVs, climate control, and pull-down privacy screens. Some have wooden finishes that make them feel like minimalist zen rooms instead of storage units. You climb into your pod, close the curtain or door, and you've got your own private cocoon in the middle of a bustling city. The shared facilities, showers, lounges, workspaces, are clean and modern. Many offer premium amenities like saunas, libraries, or rooftop terraces. You're paying a fraction of hotel costs for a genuinely functional sleep experience. They're popular with business travelers who missed the last train, budget tourists, and even locals who just need a quiet night away from home. It's space efficiency taken to the extreme, and it works because Japan mastered making small spaces feel intentional rather than cramped. Number 2. Department store food sample displays. Japan has entire floors in department stores dedicated to hyper-realistic plastic food samples called sampuru, and they're so detailed you'll genuinely be tempted to eat them. These aren't cheap replicas. They're handcrafted works of art made from vinyl and resin, painted to show grill marks on steak, individual grains of rice, condensation on cold drinks, even the exact droop of melted cheese. Restaurants display them in windows to show exactly what you're ordering. No translation needed, no menu confusion, just point at the sample. Department stores sell them as souvenirs, miniature ramen bowls, sushi sets, parfaits, entire meals shrunk down to keychain size. Watching artisans make them is mesmerizing. They pour liquid resin into molds, hand paint every detail, and assemble dishes that look fresh enough to serve. The craftsmanship is absurd for something that's literally fake food, but that's exactly why it's so Japanese. Perfection for perfection's sake, even when nobody asked for it. Number 3. Train conductors bowing to empty trains. Japanese train staff bow when entering and exiting train cabins, even when there's nobody inside, because the gesture is about respect for the space and the role, not just the passengers. It's one of those cultural details that seems excessive until you realize it's not performative. They're not bowing because someone's watching. They're bowing because that's the standard. Conductors bow when passing between cars. Station attendants bow toward departing trains. Cleaning crews bow before entering cabins. It's built into the routine so deeply that it happens whether the train is packed or completely empty. The philosophy is that you don't perform professionalism only when it's convenient. You embody it constantly. It's why Japanese trains run on time to the second, why platforms are spotless, and why the whole system feels like it operates at a higher standard than anywhere else. The bowing isn't about politeness. It's about discipline, and it shows in every aspect of how their transit operates. 4. 100 yen shops with absurdly high quality. Japan's 100 yen stores, the equivalent of dollar stores, sell products that are shockingly well-designed, functional, and durable for something that costs $1. These aren't junky disposable items. You'll find kitchen tools that actually work, organizers with thoughtful compartments, stationery that rivals premium brands, and home goods that look like they belong in a minimalist design catalog. The variety is staggering. Sushi molds, bento box dividers, plant misters, cable organizers, storage bins, makeup tools, seasonal decor. Everything is clean, packaged nicely, and built to last longer than you'd expect for the price. Tourists fill suitcases with 100 yen store hauls because the quality to price ratio is unbeatable. You can furnish a small apartment or stock an entire kitchen for under $50. It's proof that cheap doesn't have to mean poorly made. Japan figured out how to mass-produce functional design at scale, and 100 yen stores are where that philosophy thrives. If you're enjoying this so far, go ahead and tap like. It tells YouTube you want more of Japan's viral everyday moments. And if you love discovering things that make you rethink what's possible, hit subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this list. Trust me, the next ones are even better. Number 5. Konbini fried chicken better than most restaurants. Japanese convenience stores sell fried chicken that's genuinely better than what you'd get at many fast food chains, and it's become a cult favorite among locals and tourists. Lawson, Family Mart, and 7-Eleven all have their own versions. Crispy, juicy, seasoned perfectly, and sold hot from warming cases near the register. It's cheap, usually around $2 for a piece, and it's made fresh throughout the day. The batter is light and crunchy. The chicken stays moist. Some locations even offer different flavors: spicy, garlic soy, lemon pepper. It's the kind of quality you wouldn't expect from a convenience store. But in Japan, konbini food is taken seriously. They're not just selling snacks, they're selling ready-to-eat meals that compete with actual restaurants. The fried chicken is one of the most viral examples because people genuinely can't believe how good it is. You grab it on a late-night snack run, take one bite, and immediately understand why people rave about it online. Number 6. Canned bread in vending machines. Japan sells bread in a can from vending machines, and it's not a gimmick. It's actually fresh, soft, and comes in flavors like chocolate, maple, and strawberry. The bread is baked, sealed in a can while it's still hot, and stays shelf-stable for months without preservatives. You pull the tab, slide out a perfectly intact piece of fluffy bread that tastes like it came out of an oven. It was invented for disaster preparedness. Canned bread has a long shelf life, doesn't need refrigeration, and provides carbs and calories during emergencies. But it became popular as a novelty snack. Vending machines at train stations, tourist spots, and convenience stores sell it alongside drinks. People buy it out of curiosity, try it, and are genuinely impressed by the quality. It's shelf-stable bread that doesn't taste like cardboard, which feels like magic when you think about it. Only in Japan would emergency rations become a viral snack. Number 7. Pet rental cafes for companionship. Japan has cafes where you can rent time with animals: cats, dogs, hedgehogs, owls, rabbits, even capybaras. And it's become a booming industry for people who can't own pets. You pay by the hour to sit in a cafe surrounded by animals you can pet, play with, and interact with. Cat cafes are the most common. You order a drink, settle into a cozy seat, and cats wander freely, napping on laps or playing with toys. Some cafes specialize in specific breeds. Others rescue strays and use the cafe as an adoption center. Owl cafes let you hold owls on your arm and take photos. Hedgehog cafes provide tiny hedgehogs you can feed and cuddle. The appeal is obvious. Japan has strict housing rules that often ban pets, and people work long hours that make pet ownership difficult. These cafes offer companionship without the commitment. It's therapeutic, relaxing, and fills a genuine need. The animals are generally well cared for, and the experience gives people a break from the stress of city life. It's gone viral because the concept is both adorable and practical. Number 8. Onigiri with ingenious wrappers. Japanese convenience store rice balls, onigiri, come with wrappers designed so brilliantly that the seaweed stays crispy until the exact moment you're ready to eat. The wrapper has 3 layers with numbered pull tabs. You pull tab 1 and it splits the outer plastic. Pull tab 2 and an inner layer separates the seaweed from the rice. Pull tab 3 and the seaweed wraps around the rice ball as you remove the packaging. It's like edible origami, and it keeps the nori perfectly crisp instead of soggy. The engineering is absurd for a $2 snack, but it makes a massive difference. Crispy seaweed adds texture and flavor. Soggy seaweed is limp and tasteless. Japan saw that problem and designed a solution so elegant it became part of the experience. Tourists film themselves unwrapping onigiri because the process itself is satisfying. It's proof that even the smallest details matter when you care about quality. Number 9. Automated sushi restaurants with bullet train delivery. Japan has sushi restaurants where your order arrives on miniature bullet trains that zoom along tracks built into the tables, and it's exactly as fun as it sounds. You sit at a table with a model train track running along the edge, order from a tablet, and minutes later, a tiny Shinkansen train pulls up to your seat carrying your sushi. The train stops automatically. You take your plates. The train zips back to the kitchen. Some restaurants play train sounds when your order is approaching. Others have themed trains, like steam locomotives or decorated seasonal designs. Kids lose their minds. Adults love it just as much because it turns eating sushi into an experience. The novelty never gets old. Every time a train arrives, people smile, take photos, and appreciate the absurd level of effort put into something that could have just been a waiter bringing plates. But that's not the Japanese way. If something can be more fun, more engaging, more memorable, they'll engineer it to be exactly that. Number 10. Kit Kat flavors you won't believe exist. Japan has over 300 regional and seasonal Kit Kat flavors, and they range from matcha and strawberry to wasabi, sake, soy sauce, and even baked sweet potato. Kit Kat became a cultural phenomenon in Japan because the name sounds like Kito Katsu, a phrase meaning "you will surely win," making them popular good luck gifts for students taking exams. Nestle Japan leaned into this and started releasing exclusive flavors tied to specific regions. Hokkaido has melon and cheese flavors. Kyoto offers matcha and hojicha. Okinawa has purple sweet potato and tropical fruit varieties. Some flavors are limited edition and only available for a few weeks. Others are permanent regional exclusives you can only buy in certain prefectures. Collectors hunt them down, tourists buy them as souvenirs, and people genuinely debate which flavors are the best. It's candy turned into a collectible experience. The flavors aren't just gimmicks either. Most of them actually taste good, which is why the tradition has lasted decades. Number 11. Pet strollers normalized everywhere. In Japan, it's completely normal to see people pushing small dogs in strollers. And nobody bats an eye because pet culture treats animals like family members. Pet strollers aren't just for old or injured dogs. People use them for convenience, to keep pets cool in summer, to navigate crowded trains, or simply because their dog gets tired on long walks. The strollers are well designed, with mesh windows for ventilation, cup holders, storage compartments, and smooth wheels for easy maneuvering. Some are as nice as baby strollers. Pet-friendly cafes, parks, and stores are everywhere, and strollers make it easier to bring dogs along without worrying about them getting stepped on or overheated. It's gone viral because it looks ridiculous to outsiders, but makes perfect sense in context. Japan's cities are dense, hot in summer, and not always dog-friendly at ground level. Strollers solve that problem while letting people include their pets in daily life. It's practical, normalized, and honestly kind of sweet once you see how much people care about their animals. Number 12. Silent overnight street cleaning crews. Tokyo streets are cleaned every single night by coordinated crews who work in near silence, transforming dirty sidewalks into spotless pathways before most people wake up. The crews start after midnight when foot traffic dies down. They sweep, scrub, power wash, and collect trash with military precision. The operation is choreographed. Different teams handle different sections. Vehicles move in sync. Everything is timed to finish before morning commuters arrive. What's wild is how quiet it is. No loud machines, no shouting, just efficient, methodical work done with respect for people sleeping nearby. By 5 a.m., the streets look untouched. No gum, no litter, no stains. It's one of the reasons Tokyo feels so clean, despite being one of the world's largest cities. The system works because it's treated as essential infrastructure, not an afterthought. Watching time-lapse videos of the cleaning process is mesmerizing because you see a dirty, bustling city transform into a pristine urban environment overnight. It's coordination, discipline, and respect for public spaces at a scale most cities don't even attempt. If you want to see more viral things Japan is doing better than the rest of the world, then like and subscribe, and make sure to watch the video on your end screen. It's packed with even more moments that'll make you rethink normal.